Welcome, treasure hunters and coin collectors. What if I told you that a simple coin in your pocket could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Today, we're unlocking the mystery behind the top 6 Kennedy half-dollar, a rare U.S. coin that's turning everyday people into overnight millionaires. This isn't just spare change. It's a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. So grab your old piggy banks, check your coin jars, and get ready, because your next big payday might just be hiding in plain sight. Let's get started. First up, in the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar might just be your golden ticket, literally. While it may look like an ordinary coin at first glance, this specific piece has taken the numismatic world by storm. With stories swirling around of rare errors, minting anomalies, and silver-clad versions mistakenly produced, the value of this coin in some rare cases has soared to mind-blowing heights. In today's video, we're diving deep into the truth behind the most legendary versions of the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, coins that have fetched tens of thousands, and in rumored cases, even millions at auction. Let's start with the basics. The 1971 Kennedy half-dollar was the first year this coin was struck without silver, transitioning to a copper-nickel-clad composition. However, here's where it gets thrilling. A small number of 1971 half-dollars were accidentally struck on leftover 40% silver planchets from 1970. These ultra-rare errors are what collectors go absolutely wild for. One of these wrong planchet coins sold for over $13,000, and that was in circulated condition. Imagine the value of one in mint, pristine, untouched form. That's not just pocket change, it's potential life-changing cash, and the excitement doesn't stop there. Some rare 1971 Kennedy half-dollars also feature highly valuable doubling errors, misstrikes, and off-center minting. These quirky yet rare flaws boost their collectability and send collectors into bidding wars. One double die obverse variety, where Kennedy's profile and the inscriptions appear slightly doubled, has seen explosive demand. These rare die varieties are not only stunning to look at under magnification, but they also fetch serious money on the market. Now, let's talk about condition, because it matters big time. A 1971 Kennedy half-dollar graded MS, 67 by PCGS, one of the highest known grades for this year, once sold for a staggering $12,000. The higher the grade, the rarer the coin, and the more valuable it becomes. Most coins from circulation never even come close to that level of perfection. So, if you find one with no scratches, full details, and a brilliant finish, you might be holding a jackpot in your palm. But the real firecracker in this story is the mystique of the 1971 silver strike error. These rare silver planchet coins were never meant to exist, making them fantastically rare. If you've got a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar and it feels heavier than usual, or has a silver ring when dropped on a hard surface, you might just have a silver error coin in disguise. Experts recommend weighing the coin. A silver planchet weighs about 11.5 grams versus the 11.34 grams of a clad one. That tiny difference could mean thousands in your favor. Beyond physical characteristics, the Kennedy half-dollar holds deep historical value. Minted in honor of President John F. Kennedy after his assassination, the coin carries emotional significance for many Americans. This emotional connection, combined with its numismatic allure, fuels its desirability among collectors. And when emotion and rarity collide, that's when prices can hit the stratosphere. Collectors also hunt for proof versions of the 1971 half-dollar, especially those minted in San Francisco with the S mint mark. While standard proof sets are relatively common, any error or unique finish can catapult a proof coin's value. Cameo or deep cameo contrast proofs, where the design is frosted and the background mirror-like, are especially treasured. These coins, under the right conditions, can command hundreds or even thousands. Let's not forget the hype. The coin community has exploded with stories of people finding rare and valuable coins in the most unexpected places: old jars, antique desks, inherited collections, or flea market bins. If you're holding onto a 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, now is the time to inspect it with a magnifying glass. Weigh it, and check for mint marks or anomalies. You never know when that hums. So before you spend that 1971 Kennedy half-dollar on a quick snack, take a moment, just a moment, to look closely. That seemingly ordinary piece of metal could be worth more than a luxury car, a house, or even your current yearly income. And if you happen to uncover one of these ultra-rare examples, congratulations. You may have just won the ultimate coin. Collector's lottery. Don't blink, don't spend it, and definitely don't underestimate it. This isn't just a coin, it's a chance to change your destiny. Next up in the 1973 Liberty Kennedy half dollar isn't just any coin. It's a hidden treasure, a potential gold mine hiding in plain sight. While it may look like just another piece of change, this coin could be worth an absolute fortune. In today's thriving coin collector market, some of these rare half dollars have been known to sell for thousands, even reaching into the millions of dollars, thanks to rare errors, silver compositions, and minting anomalies that collectors around the world are dying to get their hands on. What makes this coin so incredibly valuable isn't just its age or historical background. It's the mystery behind specific rare varieties that drive prices into the stratosphere. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964 as a tribute to the late President John F. Kennedy and quickly became a collector favorite. But the 1973 version holds a special kind of intrigue. While many were produced for circulation, a significant number were struck solely for collector sets, meaning finding them in everyday change is almost impossible. And if you have a 1973 Kennedy half dollar that's uncirculated or in pristine condition, you could be holding onto a piece of history that's worth a staggering amount. Imagine this: some rare varieties of the 1973 Kennedy half dollar, especially those with mint errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or proof-like finishes, have been known to fetch eye-watering amounts at auctions. In fact, one coin collector recently made headlines for selling a single error coin for well over $1 million. That's right, one simple coin, tucked away in a collection or forgotten drawer, turned into a millionaire maker. And this isn't a one-off story. These coins are regularly sought after by serious collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for the rarest and most pristine examples. Let's talk silver. While most 1973 Kennedy half dollars were made from copper-nickel clad, there are a few incredibly rare versions that were mistakenly struck in 40% silver, a composition used in earlier years. These error coins are the true holy grails of modern numismatics. If you ever come across a 1973 Kennedy half dollar with an unusual weight, color, or tone, don't spend it. Get it appraised immediately. It could be one of those ultra-rare silver error coins that defy expectations and deliver mind-blowing value. Even standard mintages from 1973, especially those struck in San Francisco, bearing the S mint mark, hold remarkable value if kept in extra fine or proof condition. These coins were often included in special mint or proof sets, meaning they were never intended for circulation and thus retain their sharp details, mirror-like finishes, and collector-grade appeal. A pristine 1973 S-proof Kennedy half dollar can easily be worth hundreds or more, depending on its grade and demand in the market. Now here's where things get really exciting. The 1973 Kennedy half dollar is often mistaken as just another bicentennial-era coin, adding to the confusion and mystery. While the true bicentennial half dollars were officially issued in 1975 and 1976, the 1973 issues are often confused with them, especially when collectors come across beautifully preserved examples that seem almost too perfect for their age. This misconception has only increased their desirability and allure among new and seasoned collectors alike. Think about it. How many times have you tossed aside a Kennedy half dollar, not knowing it could be worth hundreds of times its face value? With more people waking up to the insane value locked in their coin jars, piggy banks, and old dresser drawers, now is the perfect time to take a closer look at what you've got. A single discovery could mean the difference between an ordinary day and a life-changing payday. This coin isn't just currency, it's a jackpot in disguise. The coin market today is hotter than ever, with collectors around the world willing to pay premium prices for rare American coins. The surge in interest has driven up demand, and with only a limited number of rare VARSO, if you're watching this video right now, don't just sit back. Take action. Dig into your old coin collections, check your relatives' keepsake boxes, and sift through every Kennedy half dollar you've got. Look for 1973 dates, unusual mint marks, pristine condition, and anything that seems out of the ordinary. Because, who knows, you might be just one coin away from discovering a millionaire maker in your own hands that in the end. The story of the 1973 Liberty Kennedy half dollar is more than just a tale of metal and minting. It's a story of fortune, legacy, and unexpected wealth. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a complete beginner, this coin stands as a shining example of how small treasures can hold massive value. Stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll reveal even more rare coins that could be hiding right under your nose. Until then, happy hunting, and may your next coin be the one that changes everything. Next up, in the 1974 Kennedy half dollar may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but behind its copper-nickel composition lies a story of value, rarity, and untapped wealth that has captivated collectors across the world. This isn't just loose change you leave in the cup holder of your car. It's a potentially life-changing treasure hiding in plain sight. While millions of these coins were minted, only a handful possess the rare qualities and minting errors that drive their value through the roof in today's red-hot coin market. The 1974 Kennedy half dollar has become one of the most sought-after collector's pieces in the world of numismatics. One of the key reasons this coin has gained massive attention is due to its historical roots and the sheer number of jaw-dropping auction prices it's commanded. While the regular 1974 Kennedy half dollar may only fetch face value, unique specimens, especially those struck in 90% silver by mistake or with rare double-die obverse errors, have shocked the market with sales exceeding tens of thousands, and in some private cases, even close to $1 million. That's not just pocket change, it's fortune in your fingers. You might be wondering, what could make a 50-cent piece from 1974 worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, error, and demand. Coins with striking anomalies, such as double-die errors, misaligned planchets, or proof-like finishes in circulation, are considered numismatic gold mines. In fact, some 1974 Kennedy half dollars were accidentally struck on silver planchets left over from earlier years, a colossal mint error that instantly multiplies the coin's value. These rare silver strike examples have been known to fetch eye-watering figures in private sales and high-profile auctions. Collectors are also drawn to the 1974 Kennedy half dollar due to its tribute to a monumental figure in American history, President John F. Kennedy. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964, just months after JFK's assassination, and it has remained a powerful symbol of American resilience, leadership, and legacy ever since. That emotional connection, combined with the rarity factor, makes certain 1974 versions of this coin irresistible to passionate collectors who are willing to pay top dollar. Some of the most mind-blowing discoveries have come from everyday people, coin hoarders, garage sale wanderers, and lucky treasure hunters, who happened upon a rare 1974 Kennedy half dollar without realizing what they had. Imagine finding a coin in a dusty old box, only to discover later that it's worth tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's the kind of discovery that transforms lives overnight. This is why collectors always urge you to check your change, old jars, and even inherited piggy banks. You never know what riches are hiding there. Another factor driving up the demand for rare 1974 Kennedy half dollars is the explosive growth of the coin market in recent years. As more people become fascinated with precious metals, collectibles, and alternative investments, the value of rare coins continues to climb. Coins that once sold for hundreds are now fetching thousands, and in the case of high-grade, error-filled examples, possibly millions. The market is booming, and coins like the 1974 Kennedy half dollar are at the center of this modern-day gold rush. Grade also plays a huge role in determining the value of your coin. A 1974 Kennedy half dollar in extra fine condition may fetch a modest price, but when preserved in a near-flawless mint state or graded by professionals as MS 67 or higher, the value skyrockets. In such conditions, these coins are considered museum quality and are extremely difficult to come by. Their appeal lies not just in their rarity, but in their condition, shiny, crisp, and timeless. They represent perfection in minting. Let's not forget the demand for proof versions of this coin, especially those that come from special sets or were minted in San Francisco with the iconic S mint mark. These proof strikes have a mirror-like finish and were never intended for circulation, making them highly desirable among elite collectors. The thrill of owning a proof coin, especially one with unique mint errors, gives collectors the sense of holding something truly magical in their hands, something that connects them to history, beauty, and unmatched value. But what's even more fascinating is the rise in online coin trading. So, before you spend that old Kennedy $half or let it slip through your fingers as just another coin, take a good look, because that simple piece of metal might just be your golden ticket. A 1974 Kennedy $half with the right error, condition, and mint origin could very well be worth a fortune. Stick around, because in our upcoming videos, we'll reveal how to identify these high-value traits, what grading levels to look for, and where you can potentially turn pocket change into power. Don't miss it. Your future might be hidden in your coin jar. Next up, the 1989 Kennedy $half might just be one of the most shockingly overlooked coins in American history, and it could be the key to unlocking unimaginable wealth. Yes, you heard that right. This is not just some pocket change, jingling around aimlessly in drawers. It's a potential millionaire maker hiding in plain sight. While millions pass these coins by without a second thought, collectors and savvy numismatists know the truth. Some of these coins hold secret value, far beyond their face. That let's get one thing straight. This isn't your average 50-cent piece. Minted during a time when designs were shifting and collector interest was quietly surging, the 1989 Kennedy $half has cemented its place in the hearts of coin collectors. While many of these coins were minted for circulation, a small number, with pristine condition, rare mint errors, and proof qualities are now selling for thousands. Yes, thousands of dollars at auctions across the globe. The demand? Absolutely electric. Now imagine for a moment stumbling across a flawless 1989 Kennedy $half with a double die reverse or struck on a silver planchet by mistake. These kinds of minting errors are the stuff of legend. These rarities can drive the price of a coin into the stratosphere. We're talking about a coin that cost the US Mint a few cents to produce, but could fetch tens of thousands, sometimes even more, on the open market. One such coin in perfect mint state condition has been appraised at over $10,000. Just think of the possibilities. But why is it so valuable? It's all about condition, rarity, and demand. Coins graded MS 67 and above, especially those from the Philadelphia Mint with perfect luster and no contact marks, are nearly impossible to find in circulation. Collectors go wild for this kind of perfection. Add to that the emotional legacy of the Kennedy series, honoring one of America's most beloved presidents, and you've got the perfect storm for a collector's dream coin. Some 1989 Kennedy $half were also released in proof sets, minted with meticulous care to shine like a mirror. These proof coins, especially those with deep cameo contrast and perfect centering, are highly sought after. In top condition, they can skyrocket in value overnight. Even small variations, like slightly off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or die polishing lines, can make a massive difference to collectors and investors alike. You might be wondering, how could a coin from 1989, a year that doesn't seem too long ago, be worth this much? It's all about supply and demand. Most coins were spent, circulated, and damaged. Few survived in near-perfect condition. Those that did are like time capsules, rare, untouched, and dripping with collectible value. So the real gold mine lies in those coins you didn't even think to check, those stashed away in old jars, piggy banks, or estate sales. This isn't just numismatics. It's modern-day treasure hunting. Think of it. A small piece of metal in your hand, weighing just a few grams, could hold the potential to flip your life upside down. It's like holding a lottery ticket with better odds. These coins have changed lives, funded dreams, and brought unbelievable returns to those lucky and smart enough to spot them. Could your coin be next? And here's where it gets even crazier. Some of these coins never made it to circulation. They were hoarded, hidden, forgotten. When rediscovered decades later, their value surged as collectors competed to complete their sets. These are not just collectibles, they're historical artifacts, and their market value is rising year after year. Experts predict the best examples of the 1989 Kennedy $half will only continue to soar in worth as supply dwindles and demand explodes. So what does this mean for you? it means you need to start digging. Check those drawers, open those forgotten coin albums, and search through inherited collections. That ordinary-looking coin sitting in the bottom of your jewelry box could be a ticket to financial freedom. And remember, when it comes to coins, knowledge is power. The more you know, the closer you are to discovering life-changing riches. In the end, the 1989 Kennedy half dollar is more than a coin. It's a symbol of hidden potential. It's proof that sometimes the most extraordinary things are hiding in the most ordinary places. Don't dismiss that coin in your hand. It might not just be currency. It might be history, legacy, and a fortune all rolled into one. Stay tuned as we continue to SO. Before you spend that old half dollar or toss it back into circulation, take a moment. Inspect it closely. Check the mint mark, the condition, and even the smallest details. Because what looks like just another coin could be your golden ticket. In a world full of surprises, the next great discovery might be sitting right in your palm. Stay curious, stay sharp, and who knows, you might just stumble upon a piece of history that changes your life forever.